it would be an actual tragedy to have an Austin playoffs without Jonathan Jablanowski on that stage. Yeah. Pistol shots on bridge from Jam Young. He'll find the first kill, and when he goes back to look at what he knows to have been a pack of players, there's just suddenly nobody here. Two of them drop down into the canal. We've got Mercury catching a kill over towards E-Box. Jam Young's gonna come running down at the back end of this FaZe attempt. And now with Frozen on 1 HP and Simple on 69, feels like TYLOO pick up this pistol. They're gonna try to push down Simple. Don't get too crazy. They'll gun him down.
Yeah, you know, some people might be seeing G and they're like, this guy's just breathing life into Chinese Counter-Strike right now. They're correct about it.
What you gonna do about this, Kerrigan? Met by a smoke, the flash will send him and a teammate through it. That just catches Mercury entirely off guard. I'd say it catches all of TYLOO off guard because now they're already smoked out of this bomb site. The pace that comes in with that execute.
That was so awesome. They set up from so far away. I mean, there was no time to even react. Once that flash got eaten, it was all in here for FaZe. This is going to be a monumentally difficult retake, honestly, if they're even going to try it.
By the time that flash pops inside of E-Box, there's already the 2 smoke grenades down and the entry frag right with it. That was 0 to 100 about as fast as you could.
That was awesome, yeah. Really love that call.
Damn.
I'm sure they've been practicing.
That is an intimidating execution at a FaZe clan in their first gun round. Still TYLOO holding numbers strong. At least trying to change that. To get burns out. So the others will be allowed to save. 3 weapons moved forward. Crossing that bridge. And Elige looking to find him, but you gotta be careful with the nades. Jam Young peeks in front of it.
Yeah, he has a lead off. Oh, and he gets away.
Hell yeah, he does. That's just gonna make it so much more awkward to try and throw out that same E-Box play from the round prior. So Kerrigan will sit on his side of the smoke.
Yeah. TYLOO do not push mid like that a lot, so I'm not surprised they got out again. Yeah, another solid flash.
2 kills nearly line up for Kerrigan. Luckily, he's got Simple right with him, so they will get the better of the E-Box regardless. And look how quickly TYLOO are just trying to get onto the scene. Meanwhile, Rain's going to find a completely vacant A site, so clear path for the bomb to come join him.
Yeah, Mozia has no idea.
Mozia gets in at the right time. What about weird timings? No, sir. Rain gonna make sure he cuts him off. And so FaZe clan looking very comfortable. Rain's gonna go even deeper to really be the nail in the coffin here of round 4.
You know, it's kind of weird, but that lead in through the A site is like what we were missing in the last stage. A lot more teams are gonna be figuring out how to do that, and they're gonna use it a lot more often. More full execs towards the A site, but Rain knew when they were gonna have to pull a guard. I mean, if FaZe don't win this, they're still going to probably feel pretty comfortable. TYLOO, however, this could be their golden chance.
Gonna run down G, whose op is posted. A little too confident there, FaZe clan, thinking you'd get away with A main control. TYLOO had the bodies in the right spot.
Yeah, that was a crazy change-up.
Yeah. I mean, you got to try to play with the pace. I can see it.
Trying to figure out a way to make that sound great.
You have to change things, and my advice would be change them again.
I mean, you're not wrong about that.
Unless they can still somehow get into this B site, because honestly, Alicia's kill, we get this rotation coming over, but it's just a little temple scramble met by smoke to double up onto the platform. Good shooting here from Mercury. That second rotator, though, gets popped by Elige.
Big dual one for Elige.
That's a huge headshot. Jam Young opted to go for the long flank as he crossed the bridge.
It's long, but it's also quick.
Bomb is planted. No stopping that. Frozen actually goes unnoticed standing here on jail, and that's going to lead Elige to die, but Frozen had the more health, so of the 2 players to have a chance to clutch this is even better. Frozen gets off of the site, and that bomb planted on full display, ready, right there for him. Just don't get hit by the op. And so as G taps it with no kit, Frozen doesn't bite. Oh, he is thinking skinny. But as he runs out, he gets toppled. G's gonna jump right back on, 10-second defuse.
Okay.
They think they've got it.
That one's looking pretty close, but also secured here for G. Nice clutch. Just always the intent to really put pressure here. And Kerrigan gets by.
No way. just slips the net.
They got disconnected with a smoke. It's
Nobody's
like
even looking.
TYLOO just don't believe someone would have tried to sneak out.
They're so confident.
But I think Kerrigan's also scared about it. However, the rest of the attack is coming in.
And he's got a smoke grenade for camera, so that's going to frazzle them. They may not have thought he would do this, but now they are suddenly just running back into cover. Little swing, and a third player pushes down. Elige gets the kill over towards Bricks. Kerrigan the first blood, and it is 3 separate members of FaZe clan to just smother this site with blood.
That got totally out of hand. I think there's a point where Kerrigan's like, well, I have guaranteed clears on a lot of things that we need to know are open, and even if the CTs are going to rotate in, if they're just going to run up the side of this wall, like, that's fine. They're letting us out of the choke point. And it's a perfect swarm. Oh, little tap there from Rain.
Rain's playing at the major, which means he might just pull off an MVP performance. You never know.
He did that once.
Yeah, pretty good in Antwerp at the Legend stage. They lost an opening best of 1 to Ents, and then beat Bad News Eagles, Cloud9s, and Copenhagen Flames back to back to back. 3-1.
Okay.
That must have been it. Looking for the 3-0 here in Austin. But you got to start with getting into this site, and G's got other ideas. That's Kerrigan dead over on the bottom of the ramp at Canals. So a lot of map control here for TYLOO and FaZe clan. They could have just slammed their head against the B site, but they opt not to for now. Plenty of time for them to recover this. Just waiting for that misstep.
But you see the rotations from FaZe, they've been so drastic and so constant. I think TYLOO are just constantly second guessing themselves. Like, okay, well, there's nothing here now. It might be A now. And the last thing you want to do is overreact.
Mercury kills Simple, so confirmation that there's still something going on outside B. We got Rain versus Attacker here inside of E-Box. And Mercury looking for more on long. Will finish off the little that was left of Elige. Rain just gets him to stand up into the corner. Limited options there with the Molotov behind him.
Yeah,
and so
zoning.
at 30 seconds, we do still have a chance, but it would need to be the 2v5. And as they stalled out for just a second there, it's what's opened the door for Jam Young's flank to arrive. He drops the first few shots, but it's all good. Him and Muzia, a kill-a-pop on the flank, and TYLOO, yes, for a second, looked like maybe they were letting FaZe get the better of them, but I think they recovered it all very well.
Yeah, what's key, I guess, is Mercury, is their anchor, is like just getting a pick off, getting another pick off. As soon as they show themselves again, and we know how hard anchoring is on Anubis, so very well done here for TYLOO. They're keeping this game super competitive. I mean, 4 rounds each side. Someone call that winning.
Missed shot this time, but Attacker's got it. He'll lay down the law with a triple kill.
Yeah.
Only Rain's answer back. Weren't able to pull off the 2v5. How about a 1v5 with the Norwegian? 2 kills deep. Bullets whizzing by. None of that hit him, dude. This guy is like a ghost. Gone with bomb at a minute 20. Just doesn't give up shot to G, who's still worried about CT spawn, and he goes for the temple plant. It's the direction he came from.
Did he see that?
Oh, I don't know. G's walking up along the wall.
Well, he knows where he's got off to now.
Rain's
has
gonna
to
go
be
for the
handed
kill.
off.
Tries to get it up into temple. Missed few shots. You'd think that could be the costly error, and he walks right back into a very patient, very silent, creepy G close.
Creepy G. Now, I had TYLOO and Linvision going through the last stage, but this stage, I only have TYLOO.
Yeah.
I think they impressed even more somehow.
Flashing on Kerrigan. He's going to hold on to the corner. Good headshot to Attacker.
Oh, they really want to get rid of him. How many times does this fight happen awkwardly for TYLOO?
He swings, does a bunch of damage to Mercury. Can't hang on to it. Missed chance for Elige there, down through camera into what wants to be an 8 split. He'll take the temple kill instead. And again, Mercury was tagged up by Kerrigan at the start of all this. He tries to get off site. That'll catch him off. Rain's gonna get the trade back at least.
You don't even know which way they're gonna turn.
Worried about the A push, has reason to be. G throws himself out through the doorway and ends up leaving Mozia in a 1 versus 3 clutch attempt.
I think G underestimated how confused FaZe actually were about what was gonna happen next. Too many kills happened at the same time. They hadn't totally committed over to B just yet. And Mozia wondering how can he pull this off?
Well, first kill only takes 26 damage in return.
Well,
not bad, but time, obviously. He's walking away from this one. It's going to be FaZe Clan, 6 rounds of a T side at least.
Yeah, I mean, if it's 7, it's a good half. If this is 6-6, it's actually pretty good for TYLOO. I mean, what we're getting is just a nice game. I think FaZe are throwing a bunch of change-ups in. They're making this hard for TYLOO to read. I think they're showing them a level of team play that they weren't used to in the last stage. And yet TYLOO are also passing tests themselves. They're putting up solid holds. Mercury as an anchor is putting up a pretty solid map here.
Attacker's going to find space outside B site. It's nice to see TYLOO not playing these rounds scared. Still getting active. Whether these risks pay off or not, time will tell, but Frozen punishes for the first one. Missed the off shot. Oh, that's a critical one for G to not collect. And Kerrigan doubles down out through E-Box into B. One-man army looking to join up with Frozen, who caught the flank. But still, FaZe, they don't run away with it just yet. They'll hold the second. As you'd anticipate, TYLOO coming over to this B site just in case. FaZe decide to put that bomb down. Frozen peeking into players, throwing nades. Looks to just pull it apart before they really get it going. And FaZe Clan gonna end on a strong note. 7-5 T side, definitely a capable opponent in TYLOO. I think they should be content with 5, but their attack's gonna have to be clean.
But they've already shown us their ceiling this fine day versus Heroic, of course. But as the half plays out, 7-5, still up for grabs.
So Leash from behind the doors with Berettas. A little delay between the next fight, but with fire down in front of it, he's going to try to lock it all down. Other ideas, though, from the TYLOO squad. G gets the kill back and disengages to the bridge, but they don't actually just jump immediately.
Solid move. Frozen is going to take this outside angle versus default. So strong versus E-Box if you know no one's coming in from main, but they will walk away.
Going to head towards A site instead. That's where Rain is still cautious about middle. He's got Simple not too far off. And Simple also goes with the kit buy in the pistol. This is new Simple. So selfless. Oh, beautiful tap out of Rain. Simple's going to slide onto the angle. He wants in on the gunfight. He's got to be careful because Rain just took a bunch of damage in response. Him and Simple both wounded. They're waiting for Frozen to come bolster this. Make sure you can play man advantage and trade if you're going to be low health. But bomb in the hands of a player means this is TYLOO getting frantic, getting swarmed. You've got Rain back with another headshot. Low health be damned. FaZe Clan locked down that A site defense.
Call an ambulance, but not for me, says Kerrigan.
Flash out from bridge. Simple, who's not playing lights out. Puts a nade on him. And he hears a whole pack coming. That's a Liege with the A4 looking to get into the action. Simple makes sure he sprams down. Rain holding on to the A site, gonna operate on his own. Such a mercenary in that regard. And Rain has got it all wrapped up. Poor Kerrigan almost gets hit by the Tech 9 at the bottom of stairs, but he'll also stand tall. So what do you know? Nice convincing round of the FaZe Clan. They mitigate it by putting Frozen here on the B pillar.
Assisted push here for Elige, and he gets by the window. They're watching it though. Jam Young, nice one.
A couple times now Jam Young's got Elige's number.
Yeah. Yeah, both mid players. Simple's got something to say about the next move.
Decides against sticking around. Lets Kerrigan take up the responsibility of middle so that he can throw himself into that A site alongside Rain. And Simple's gonna go for the fountain position while the smokes are still up. Oh no, oh God.
What was that?
TYLOO.
Uh-oh, Jam Young going down there. No fears of a lurk now. Simple in the right spot, still chatting.
M4A4 in front of him, eats the flash. Rain under pressure, lines them up. And Simple gets that third player in. So one's afforded to cross onto the site, but it's not the bomb. He should know that. He's just worried about the Heaven climb up, and he's got a reason to be. Attacker takes a position up inside smoke. Simple's gonna dive this, isn't he? Will he? No, he just changes
He
position.
doesn't even see this. Okay.
Shoots attacker in the back, takes the pistol out, and now G's gonna have to get himself 2 more kills, but Frozen's got other ideas. This is a FaZe clan sprinting to the finish.
It's another ambulance coming through, man.
Feels like anything other than playoffs would be disappointment for Elige. And if FaZe Clan can get to a Shanghai Grand Finals, then FaZe Clan can get to an Austin Grand Finals.
Well, yeah, because they also got to the Copenhagen Grand Finals.
That's true.
They actually haven't missed the CS2 Grand Finals.
Maybe, just maybe, that keeps on rolling. Right now, 5v4 inside of the B site. TYLOO trying to stand up to the test. Mozia gets it moving forward.
Not bad.
And he'll find Kerrigan onto the platform. We go to 20 seconds here. Man advantage for TYLOO with a bomb plant. Rain just slams
like
the
a
bullet
4
through the
damage
edge.
headshot.
That's his counterpart dead. Rain's gonna keep moving forward. He's been on an absolute tear all day long. This map in particular, he does have low health, and Jam Young's got a very interesting position, clearly going to catch them off. And he puts down the Molotov, but dropped to a quarter HP, and that's going to be simple to finish this one off. He'll jump on top of that bomb, close out, and we've got a FaZe clan sitting pretty at 2-0, folks. Virtus Pro,
Wow.
Pain, Legacy, and FaZe Clan. A solid first day at a major for an organization such as FaZe, with the All-American in Elige